What happens to shared business partnerships in divorce? Hi, I'm Tim Blankenship with divorce661.com. When a divorce involves a shared business partnership, whether you and your spouse built the business together or one of you joined the other's venture, it brings added complexity to the process. Unlike splitting a bank account or dividing household items, a business involves valuation, ownership rights, and often emotional investment. That's why it's important to handle it the right way. The first thing to understand is how the business is classified. If it was started or significantly grew during the marriage, it's usually considered community property in California, even if only one spouse worked in the business. That means both parties may be entitled to a share of the business's value, regardless of whose name is on the paperwork. Next comes the valuation. To fairly divide a business, you need to know what it's worth. This is typically done through a formal business valuation that looks at the company's income, assets, debts, and future earning potential. With that number in hand, you can begin discussing how the business will be handled in the divorce. In most cases, one spouse keeps the business and buys out the other's interest. In some situations, the business may be sold and the proceeds divided. And in rare, very amicable situations, both spouses may continue to co-own and operate the business together. Whatever the approach, the terms need to be clearly defined in your divorce judgment to avoid future disputes. We recently helped a couple who jointly owned a small marketing firm. One spouse continued running the business, while the other received structured buyout payments based on a professional valuation. We made sure everything was spelled out in the judgment so there was no confusion about timing, payments, or responsibilities moving forward. At Divorce 661, we specialize in complex divorce issues, including dividing businesses and partnerships. We work with valuation professionals and make sure your agreement is clear, enforceable, and tailored to your specific situation. If you're facing divorce and have a shared business to divide, visit divorce661.com to schedule your free consultation. We'll help you understand your options, protect your interests, and move forward with confidence.